What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Critical Nerd. And well. Looks like President Trump just dropped a tactical nuke on Hollywood. And folks, I cannot wait to talk about this one. We're talking about 100% tariff on movies made outside of the United States. That's right. Double the price for any film produced in foreign lands. And who's about to get hit the hardest? Oh, you already know. Our favorite mouse-eared mega corporation that can't seem to make a decent movie anymore to save its life. That's right. Disney is absolutely sweating right now. And I gotta say, I'm here for it. So grab your popcorn because this is gonna get spicy. Let's dive in. All right, let's set the stage. Trump posted over on Truth Social Monday morning, because of course he did, and he came out swinging. He said, and I quote, "Our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States of America by other countries, just like stealing candy from a baby." Now, I know what you're thinking. Stolen like candy from a baby? That's some imagery right there. But here's the thing. He's not entirely wrong. For years, Hollywood has been shipping productions overseas. Canada, the UK, Eastern Europe, you name it. They filmed there. And why have they filmed there? Well, tax incentives, baby. Cold hard cash from foreign governments desperate to have Captain America punch the bad guys on their soil instead of ours. Trump specifically called out California Governor Gavin Newsom, labeling him weak and incompetent for letting the film industry slip through California's fingers. And honestly, as much as I hate to agree with politicians about anything, he's got a point. California has become a bureaucratic nightmare for filmmakers. Costs are astronomical, regulations are insane, and other states, not to mention other countries, have been eating California's lunch for decades. But here's where it gets interesting. Trump first floated this idea a few months ago, back in May. He said the movie industry was dying a very fast death, and even called it a national security threat. National security? Well, I guess because apparently when the Russo brothers film Avengers in London instead of Atlanta, that's a threat to America. I mean, is it though? Is Captain America fighting Thanos at Pinewood Studios instead of Georgia really undermining our national defense? But sure, let's just go with that. Now, let's talk about who's really going to feel the pain here. Disney. Sweet, glorious, karma-flavored Disney. Disney has gone all in on overseas production. We're talking billions of dollars invested in UK studios, Pinewood, Shepperton. You guys probably know the names. They've been cranking out Marvel movies there like it's going out of style. Deadpool and Wolverine, UK. Fantastic Four First Steps, the movie nobody asked for, UK. And Avengers Doomsday? Yep, filmed there too. The one where Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom because Marvel apparently ran out of ideas and decided to recycle their greatest hits. And they didn't stop with superheroes. Disney, well, they exported their princesses too. A huge chunk of Disney animation has been moved to Vancouver, Canada. Moana 2, made in Canada. That's hundreds of millions in lost economic activity for California. So let's get this straight. Walt Disney Animation, the studio that Walt himself built in Burbank, is now farming out its animated movies to Canada. Walt, well, he's spinning in his cryogenic chamber right now. Okay, that's an urban legend, but you guys get my point. Reports say Disney pocketed over $20 billion with a B in foreign incentives in recent years. They committed another $5 billion to UK and European productions in 2024 alone. They thought they were so clever. Save money on production, cash in on tax rebates, make Wall Street happy. But if this 100% tariff, well, if it goes through, becomes a thing, a $200 million Marvel movie that enjoyed those sweet foreign tax breaks could suddenly face a tariff that doubles its US distribution costs. That brilliant financial strategy? Instant catastrophic liability. Way to go, Disney. Disney's the biggest target, but they're not alone. Warner Brothers, Levingston Studios in the UK, home of Harry Potter and a bunch of DC flops. Universal, they scatter Fast and Furious and Jurassic World shoots across the globe. Paramount, Mission Impossible films all over Europe and Asia. Though to be fair, those movies actually slap. Sony shoots Spider-Man in London. Netflix, they're knee-deep in foreign production. So yeah, every major studio has been playing this game. But Disney, they went hardest. They shoved all their chips into UK Square, and Trump just flipped the table. And here's the delicious irony. Studios fled California because it was too expensive and overregulated. Now they may be crawling back to the very states they abandoned. Georgia's probably looking pretty good right about now. Now, here's the messy part of all this. Can this tariff even be enforced? I mean, tariffs, they're for tangible goods. Steel, cars, electronics, stuff you can touch, stuff you use. But a movie? Well, it's digital. It's art. So how do you tariff art or tariff something digital? Reuters, they asked the studios and they got nothing but crickets. Warner Brothers, no comment. Paramount, nothing. Netflix, silence. Comcast, they flat out declined. Even they don't know how this works. And legally, well, nobody knows what authority Trump would even use. The White House dodged when asked. So we've got a giant policy announcement with zero execution plan. Gotta say, this one's fumbled a little bit. Analysts say it's a bureaucratic nightmare. Modern films are global. Shooting, visual effects, financing spread across 10 countries. What even counts as foreign made? 30% overseas? 50%? A UK shoot with LA post-production? A Georgia shoot financed with European money? Hey, good luck, IRS. PP Foresight's Paolo Pescatore said it best. There is too much uncertainty, and this raises more questions than answers. Oh, it also raises costs. Those costs that'll be passed on to you, the audience. Higher ticket prices, so you're welcome. And on top of that, it risks WTO challenges, retaliation from allies, and thousands of American VFX artists and crew on overseas shoots, well, they could lose their jobs. So yeah, it's a bold move, great headlines, but actual implementation, I gotta say, this is a bit of a mess. But here's the bigger picture. This isn't just about tariffs, it's about Hollywood's chickens coming home to roost. For decades, Hollywood has chased short-term profits, tax breaks over sustainability, overseas deals over American jobs, and now, well, they're addicted to it. The Motion Picture Association reported a $15.3 billion trade surplus in 2023. That's right. American films are exporting culture and making money. But the production jobs, they've been bleeding out overseas. Unions and guilds told Trump back in May, don't slap tariffs, give us domestic tax incentives. Make America competitive again. But here's the truth. Hollywood isn't dying because of runaway production. It's dying because they keep making garbage nobody wants to watch. Mel Gibson himself said it's cheaper to fly a crew to Bulgaria than film one day in LA. Rob Lowe called California's failures criminal. Josh Duhamel had to move a preschool comedy from Malibu to London. I mean, that's insane. So will this tariff actually fix anything, or does it just create new problems? I'll be real here. I don't know if this tariff will work, but Hollywood made its own bed, and now it has to lie in it. Disney, the company that turned Star Wars into a punchline and can't make Marvel profitable, is about to learn what chasing tax breaks really costs. Gavin Newsom called Trump's move 100% stupid. Well, maybe it is. But you know what's also stupid? Letting California's signature industry collapse while you're too busy virtue signaling. Trump says he wants to make American movies great again, and honestly, after years of woke slop, maybe a hard reset isn't the worst thing. Enforceable or not, watching Disney squirm, watching Bob Iger explain to shareholders how their UK strategy blew up, yeah, pass the popcorn. So what do you guys think? Is Trump's 100% tariff genius or madness? Will it bring production back or just start a trade war? And most importantly, will it finally force Hollywood to make good movies again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next roast. Until next time, this has been The Critical Nerd. Stay critical, stay nerdy, and remember, woke is broke, and so is Hollywood. Peace out.